harm in it. And you know what they say about opinions, right?
I don't give a damn. They like,
don't you even start your stuff.
Girl, come on. I don't give a damn. I'm ready.
You always ready. You stay ready because you ain't got to get ready.
You already know. Because it's about what? To each his own.
Yo, why was me and my client literally talking about that the other day when I was at my, working during that day, and she was like, I don't know what it is about Philly people and the way they say we say water. I said she said it's not water, it's water, but to the whole entire world, you do know it's water, right? I was like, I know that, but we say water.
We say water.
Cheers.
What y'all talking about? And Jesus turned water into wine, so God bless you.
Water.
It's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not like really.
I don't think I had that before.
Like when you want something serious, but just the calm and relax, it's not too sweet, and it's like for me it's perfect. Like it really mellows me out. I like it, and it don't make my stomach hurt.
That tastes familiar.
I like that. Yeah, it's alright. It got a little warm. It's a little better chill, more chill, but it's alright.
Yeah, that tastes familiar. Well, we back, bitches. We are back. Y'all know what time it is. It's time to vibe tribe. Let's go.
Y'all do.
Hey, it's Miss Lomax.
And it is I.
And together we are.
We did not do that right, but it's funny. That's why I just say here I go. Just you were saying together we are. Looking like your D.
Shut up.
Anyway.
It's so embarrassing. I had somebody else just told me that yesterday again. Like, you look like your mother. I'm like,
don't remind.
Please don't. So, anyway, we are back. We have another episode. We working our way through the spring months of April, and it's gonna be a long one, people. So,
listen.
But we do want to get into something in this episode that it's not brand new, right, but it's still new-ish.
Yes.
It's definitely something worth being talked about. And since we talk about this your Easter and Resurrection Sunday, let's just jump right into it. It's Mr. Jesus Walks himself. We want to have a conversation about the Genius documentary.
Yes, it was so good. Like
so fucking good.
So good.
It was phenomenal. You know that the So Good beat by Destiny Child started playing in my head.
It's like no.
That's exactly what started playing in my head.
I just sound like a whole bird when I did that, girl.
Literally.
Anyway.
I miss this whole round.
I can't stand her sometimes. Okay.
But in all seriousness, that shit was dope as fuck.
Yo.
I fell in love with Kanye, the artist, all over again.
Did you? It tricked me.
My mind was struggling. My mind playing tricks on me. It was so fucking good. From the very beginning to the end, from the relationship that was ever so famous about him and his mom, it's dawned.
Let's just dive right into that aspect while we write. We can start with that because that in and of itself was a phenomenal thing to witness, and it was also very tragic for me personally, in the respect that I feel like she is the epitome of what kept him grounded. Honestly, and I feel like because the women that he prefers do not identify with him in that way and don't view him a certain way, not saying that because of their race they can't feel things or can't think that someone's talented. Right. I just think that it's something that is missing. Maybe it's just the individuals that he's choosing to date. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I don't know if I can't say that I feel like the people that he has been with have kept him on that. Not saying it's their sole responsibility, but like in life, you kind of like when people love you, you kind of gotta have those people that are in your corner like really to reel you back in when you need to be, when you check you when you need to be checked, lift you up when you need to be lifted up, and hold you the fuck down too. So you know what I'm saying?
I
So
felt like that's who Cootie was.
Cootie,
like that's why that documentary was so good.
Right, understandable. Yeah,
I felt like when Cootie gave his inverts about the time spent away from Kanye, that line where he said, I think it was specifically, I want to say it was the concert that Common had out in Chicago.
Yup, yeah,
and
right.
It was something that Cootie said where he was like, I knew Kanye. He was like, but I didn't know Ye.
Yeah.
I didn't know Yeezy. And I said, damn, my whole heart dropped when he said that shit.
But he was right though.
He was absolutely right. I said, God, damn, I felt that shit.
And think about the story from his perspective.
That's why that shit hit me. Cause I'm like, and then when I'm so glad he went back to showing that like this is back when I first started shooting this nigga in 1997, 98. Like this is a whole different being, a whole different transformation. Like I literally watched each stage, even from his time. He said even when he was away, Kanye's mom was calling him, asking her to come shoot footage for different events and stuff that she was doing.
That's good.
So he was still around.
Right.
Although he wasn't by Kanye's side, he was still around.
Right. That just shows you how strong that bond was. I thought that was such an amazing thing. And again, going back into the aspect of, just the love he had for his mother and the way she supported her son was something that it's sad to say a lot of people do not have that. And it just goes to show when you, as a parent, you building, I feel like she built him up so much that he actually believed it long before he even honed and fine-tuned the skills that he had. Because he said it himself. He said, nigga, you think I came in the studio sounding the way I sound right now? He said, this is from being around Scarface, all them niggas. This is from me working my ass off.
You think the same beats that I was doing when I first started? He said,
hell no.
These are the same, like, absolutely
not.
And I'm just like, no, they're not. H to the Izzo sounds nothing like Jesus Walks. Jesus Walks don't sound nothing like Otis.
Nope. It's different. It's elevation.
You watch, his shit grew over time. One thing you cannot deny from Kanye West is that nigga's a fucking musical genius. He's an artist. You cannot take his creativity away from
you. Can't, and I felt like she really shed a light on that. And and honestly, black boys need that.
And she showed him that support in every way when he went up there. And it was after a show I think that Cootie did. It was like I think they did comedy. Then he went up there and did poetry when he recited the one from All Falls Down.
Yes.
I knew that
day.
story that he turned it into a poem, into a song.
Yep.
And I always loved that shit.
I've always loved that song. Oh my God. I don't know, like I think that was like one of my top Kanye songs for me personally. I don't know why. I know why, but at the end of it's the storytelling, it's the production behind it. The beat was fire, all of it, and it's the rasp in her tone on the hook because you feel it. Selena was bringing the pain, hardcore to the brain. Anyway, but yeah, that whole.
Makes me drink.
Let me take a drink. Sip. But anyway. Yeah, but back to Donda's love, yo. And honestly, because she told him, she said, you can be so up in the sky. She said, but you gotta be on the ground too, baby. She really was like the thing that constant thing in his life to be like, okay, you are this, you are that, but at the same time, you gotta remain humble. And I felt like there was such an important thing for him to understand and to know and to hear from her.
From his mama.
The very person who knew him, who instilled his meat and potatoes, the good stuff in him. You know what I'm saying? And she just
playing with him, like
she knew the lyrics to she knew the lyrics to all his music.
First of all, if that was my son, I would too.
Oh no, but some parents they support you, but they might not know the lyrics. They might not necessarily can recite a bar.
I mean, I agree. Because if I was a rapper, my mom would not know shit.
I think, you're probably right. Yeah, you're right.
No, I'm definitely right. Even if I was anywhere in the music industry and it wasn't R&B or gospel, my mom wouldn't know shit.
I think my dad, however, would. I could see our dads tapping into our artistry, even if they didn't know. I could definitely see
my dad
he would be right there
on
the string. Yeah, exactly, right, exactly.
On the album.
Somewhere, listen, dad, take my phone.
It's giving bass. Okay.
Boom, ba-dum, boom, boom.
It's getting very much super bass.
Okay. But yeah, like you said, like they wasn't taking him serious. They was trying to play him.
They was playing with him. They played in his face the whole time, and I'm so glad that Dame said, not just privately but publicly, I met the dude. I thought he was kidding. I didn't think he was going to do shit with it. I was blowing him the fuck off, but he really turned out to be what the fuck he said he was.
Cause even
we had to respect that nigga. Period.
Yeah, cause even in that scene where they got the girl performing, and you got Big in the room, you got Dame in the room, and the girl, you can tell she's actually very shy.
And she was corny to me.
She was. I was gonna say I ain't want to be the one to say, but I'm glad you said it. Can we be real in this moment? Not saying I got the hottest 16 or the best voice in America, but she was not. She was not my. She wasn't my musical taste.
And where is she today?
We don't know. I don't even know who that was, honestly.
I don't. And if you tell me, if I go back and watch it again, and you tell me that she's somebody that we listen to right now, I wouldn't
know it. No, honestly, because I can't even remember her name. Now that,
yeah,
I know a couple one-hit wonders, but she ain't one.
I don't know that phase, and I don't remember. Did they even say her name? I don't think so.
No, they did. They did. They said her name because her mom was there. Her mom was saying, "This is, we've been doing this and this and that, and this and this and that."
That's right.
And but Kanye,
yeah.
But Kanye was the one that was like, turn around so you can perform in front of everybody, so everybody can see you. And I'm like, you want to know something? For him to have been such a self-indulged and cocky person, he damn sure knew how to work a motherfucking room and teach others how to do the same thing too, because he ain't had to do shit. Honestly, he was there to get his shit heard. He was just next in line, and probably wasn't even really quote unquote next in line for real. Because if you hear it, actually Big and Dame co-sign on it, kind of half-assingly.
Yeah.
But when it came to Kanye, I peeped the shade. I didn't like that. Yeah. That scene got the fuck on my nerves.
They was playing the shit out of him.
They played the shit out of him. Dame was like, Big, we out, let's go. And got up. I said, pussy, then he just...
And I really did. I didn't really like the scene when they was shooting Petey Crack video neither.
Refresh my memory.
It was after they were shooting Petey Crack video, he was there, and then it was kind of like they was hanging out like in the hallway a little bit, like afterwards, and they just started going around and just, instead of focusing on Kanye, it was Kanye's camera and Cootie was shooting, but they just took the shit all the way off of him. They just started going around and just naming everybody for state property, and I'm not hating on y'all state property. We all from Philly, y'all know I fucking love y'all, but that shit was wrong.
Oh, got you.
That shit was wrong. Y'all just took the shine right for him, started introducing everybody from state property. Fucking, I think it was, it was like, well, damn, this motherfucker, we got a producer on Rockefeller and he ain't produced nothing for me yet. He's trying to get his own shit on.
Right.
And he's not even fucking recording for y'all right now. This is not what this is being shot for. This is not for y'all. But y'all shooting a whole fucking music video. Bitch, if I was the manager.
Yeah.
If I was the manager. Bitch, I could have been Dawn the Junior. Bitch, that would have been Kanye's sister, or cousin, or niece, or somebody. We not doing that. We not doing that. That shit was crazy. They was playing the shit out of him. I don't like it.
Dame was definitely like, even in the moment when he was playing his record for the room full of people and they invited 20 people and all those people showed up.
His whole body language was still off. Yup.
Didn't fucking like, yo,
you know why? Because he was mad at what Kanye said. He was like, I've been signed for a year. And I still ain't get my black and white picture to everybody.
Exactly.
You was mad because he was speaking the truth.
He was.
He was telling everybody straight to your face that they're playing the shit out of me.
Exactly.
But I'm going to keep the fuck going. So since they ain't approved my fucking budget, I spent this $33,000 out of my pocket because they ain't give it to me.
Exactly. Yep.
I said, Kanye, talk your shit. Talk your shit, yeah.
They had him fucked up. Because I don't know his middle name. Kanye West. I forgot.
Talk your shit, yeah.
But listen.
His middle name is Titter.
Kanye to the West. Kanye to the Yeezy.
And I respect Jay-Z for even letting him know. He told him in that moment in the studio, he said, you shit. He said, that shit was fire. He said, you lucky you said something. But he said, closed mouths don't get fed. You wouldn't have said nothing, you wouldn't have been on it.
Exactly. And that was one of the best. Yo, that's how, honestly, I think, because that was when I really realized who Kanye West was for me, personally. And I don't play because I'm from Chicago. Mm-hmm. I'm like, and my dad put me on together. Yeah. And my dad put me there. He want my dad was like, yo, he's going to be up next, yo. And my dad definitely said it. I never forget. Oh, I don't fucked up. Oh, let's pause.
Take a pause, y'all. Oh, shit. Sorry, but I didn't get you. It's okay. Be back.
I fucked up the church's money. I'm sorry. That's because the little foot. It's alright. It'll be alright.
What we taking to the free? Sorry.
Everything I'm gonna.
Come on, these bitches was acting real goofy and got on this episode.
Is it still?
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, my fault. I done knocked the light over and shit, y'all. But yeah, man, like a lot of points in this documentary, you just see he had such a drive and such a consistency. It was just like it was no not convincing this man that he wasn't gonna be up next. Like
everything he said he was gonna do, he did.
He did it, and then some. And then some.
I want to go after being the best dressed rapper in the game. He was strictly focused on it. He said that shit for years on end.
Yep.
For years on. And he now competition.
Yeah,
because Fab might be one of the flyest niggas in the
game. Okay.
Just say it. Just holla back, y'all. Just say it. Just say it.
Sorry.
Fab might be, if not the.
John Jackson definitely been throwing that shit on. He been throwing that shit on for a
while.
Yes,
for a while.
And I mean, back in the day.
Right, and again, in Kanye, you've always had your own
style.
Kanye started us with wearing the long sleeve shirts under the t-shirts, and wearing the pop collars with the polo sweaters over the. Kanye started all of that shit. The book bag. Kanye started that shit.
That's why
he started a whole.
And he told the story. He took because when he went, he had friends. He seen how they do. He like, oh, I can
do that.
I throw my own little shit on this joint. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And watching that documentary, I was just looking back like, damn, look at how corny we was.
Yo, for real.
The early 2000s was the worst fucking fashion
ever.
Oh,
that's why when he was like best dressed, like, yo, you was best dressed at that time, but
but we're looking back and it was terrible.
Why are we
the baggy jeans,
yes,
with the stripe, the pinstripe
polos. Yes.
Ugly.
Child.
Okay.
Girl.
But again, best dressed for that time, because it's 2022 now, baby. It's not 02.
Yeah, girl. Say that.
The blazers.
Yes.
With the pop collar. Kanye started all bitch that I believe that was my shit.
Girl, we was in the club office ready and that was a mess.
Yes. Kanye had everybody office ready.
Whole mess.
Looking like we was going on interviews.
Looking like we was in Office Depot, Staples and shit.
Girl.
Fucking admin. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Not admin.
Dressed like a fucking stenographer. Like.
Not courthouse ready.
Courthouse fucking ready, girl. Okay.
Oh, bitch, I'm weak.
And honestly, I wish it was. I wanted it to be longer because I wanted to know more about like his life as far as like, cause I'm not a keeping up with the Kardashians type of bitch.
Me neither.
So I don't give a fuck about that shit. So like, really, I wanted to know more about like him and fatherhood because I feel like once he started having kids, he really started to be different. I think, and even seeing what he's going through now to present day, it's just really interesting to me what he's going through. I honestly don't feel like he would be going through this if Donda was here. I just don't.
I don't feel like he would have married Kim.
Me either. This is like, who's the new flavor of the week? What's her name? I don't even know.
I think it's
Shanae or something. Yeah.
I don't know. Shanae.
Chaney. That's all I know. Shanae. We don't know. Sorry, girlfriend.
The Kim look-alike.
Pretty much.
So everybody keeps calling her. Now again, that part about him and Kanye's always had a different piece about him, and that piece why you have this obsession over getting someone who looks almost identical to your ex-wife, and then having this even with while he was with Kim, the obsession of dressing. I don't know if she was his muse, whatever they're calling her, the muse. That part is different about him.
Because even him and Amber Rose didn't make sense to me. I don't know why like that was a thing.
It did, but it didn't to me. There's certain sides of her, the different side, the weird side of him that people will like to say, that side of him. Because think about it, it's almost, for me, I wouldn't say her and Wiz don't make sense either.
They don't.
But again, when I think about all three of them, I'm like, they all dope people, but they do have like that creative, different type of vibe. So I'm like, that's where they get along at. That's where they mesh.
I just want to pause right there for a second. I remember specifically standing 6 inches away from Wiz Khalifa at a party before he even was Wiz Khalifa. That's so crazy when I think about it. Like, yo, we really used to be partying with this nigga up.
And I don't like his music now, even as mentioned. I don't listen to him now, but I said back then, I was like, this is not the music for me. I think he's.
It's been a while since I've listened to it, but I'm gonna tell you something. Christian Orange Juice was that shit. I'm standing by it, and I'm gonna guarantee it. After that, I don't know what to tell y'all. But of course, Christian Orange Juice, till this day, was my shit. Because Mesmerized was my fucking shit.
I might have heard that song, but I don't recall.
Yes. So, I don't know. I just had to throw that in there real quick. I'm just like, yo, that's crazy. But anyway, yeah. But the whole Kanye thing, I think that this was, and honestly, listen, Cootie, y'all got $30 million for the footage. That's what's up.
All the coin.
He deserved all the coin. For you to, that shit was from 25 fucking years ago. Point blank period. And
I loved how when he was during the time that they were separated, he started making his own like home videos. And he was shooting his daughter.
Yep.
And his daughter said something, and then she mentioned like, I want to be an artist like Kanye. Mm-hmm. And that shit just kind of slapped him in the face like, you just said who? Mm-hmm. Like, you don't even know who I am to him. Like, you don't even know what this is for real. And that amazes me. I think that kids grow up, in the entertainment industry like that all the time. Like, people around them think that who they call aunt and uncle, and
they have no idea.
They have no idea who they are. Like, imagine who the fuck Blue Ivy calls aunt and uncle. Yeah, right. Imagine who her godparents are. You know what I mean?
Kelly can be my aunt.
That's my point. Like, to them, this is Aunt Kelly. This is Aunt Solange. Like, y'all don't know that. Y'all don't understand the capacity
of what's going on here.
What's going on? Y'all just know that when y'all walk outside every day, it's cameras, it's people that want to take y'all picture. Y'all know that your parents is keeping y'all safe because you never know who's going to want to meet you. You don't understand who your parents actually are. Yep. I think at this point, like, Blue might be getting, of course, either at the age or closer to it where she understands.
Oh no, she definitely understands. They have her in media training and stuff like that, and like how to speak to people, what to do and what not to say. Her whole entire
my parents would have been mad at me.
Acting a fool. Just leave her alone. Thank you. It's like
how they got like lap dogs got like little babies and animal cages just let it fit me in the cage.
She acting up.
Put that bitch in the cage.
Child, she done smacked Aretha Franklin with her bottle.
Not Riri. With the fucking bottle.
I hate you. But I think it was an overall good work. I really would love to see more footage, like some type of bonus.
Like you said, you had like all these years of hours. Like, my nigga, give us more. Give me more.
The trilogy was not enough, and although I felt like it was super, like I was like, oh wow, it's like an hour every episode. I'm like, this is pretty lengthy.
Some change.
Yeah, some change. It's like it was pretty lengthy, but I was like, I want more.
Yeah, I think in totality, he may have given it maybe like 4.5, 5 hours
of content. Yeah.
And I'm like, that is a lot, but I want more.
Yeah, me too. Cause y'all had to condense a lot of shit.
Like, give us
even just seeing Through the Wire, cause that's one of my favorite Kanye songs too. Oh my!
I love seeing the struggle and how they put that together.
Yes. And his insanity and his how he insisted on having Hype Williams out of respect for his craft and his self. And that's a big thing to do, especially when not saying I need help. And that's okay. And I would have been so fine with that, because guess what? Look where Cootie is at now because he's stuck in there.
But what happened too?
He said, all right.
He said, all right. That's all. He said, that's all right.
You still gonna call me?
You still gonna call me? And I can fuck up this shit because Hype gonna fuck this shit up.
Yep.
And sure behold,
he still called
the shit anyway.
Yep. because he used pieces. He used pieces from all of the different.
That
What's
shit
it called?
was dope.
That was dope as fuck.
Don't.
Even the
Don't.
concept of the video,
Don't.
when you see how it was made and all that.
Don't.
Yep.
Don't.
When Jesus walks, I was like, yeah.
Bitch, I remember when they first started playing that shit on the radio, and there was a lot of controversy on should that song be played on R&B and hip hop like Power 99 and all, or should it be just played on a gospel station? Gospel stations even argued about playing it because it was a fucking rap artist doing the shit.
Doing it, yeah.
I will not. This was a time that we lived in, and I think that it was just that was why it was so good for me just to watch it all back on film because it's not like we wasn't. This is where we grew up. And you got this film from 98 to 2020, 21.
Yeah. And you set the tone for a lot of shit.
A lot of shit.
And still do, honestly.
And Cootie deserve a motherfucking award
he
for
do.
that shit.
Give Cootie his props,
Real
man.
shit. He deserve an award.
Because,
like I said, for people like me, because I'll never forget the day my aunt called me. I can't remember exactly what. I think it was like the first, maybe like breakdown he had after his mom died, and my aunt called me like, "You see this shit that's going on with Kanye? This still your number one man?" Like that's exactly what she said to me. I'm like, I ain't gonna, but I'm like, it's a lot of shit going on. I ain't get a chance to get into read the whole story, do my research. I'm like, but I don't know, this shit a little.
It's
you know what I'm saying? It's a little iffy. I'm like, but music wise, the nigga still never let me down.
Listen.
That's one thing I never, even during the times I would say I don't fuck with Kanye as a person, his music I was still fucking with. Some shit I was
like that 808s and Heartbreak shit was not for me. It wasn't for me.
It wasn't.
It wasn't for me.
And everything on that, what was the album with the
In the night of
and the other one that
Heartless. Alright, Heartless was a bop.
Yeah.
It was a bop a little bit.
And what was the album that the Runaway was on?
Oh, My Beautiful Dark Twisted
That
Fantasy.
shit. The shit was weird visually to me. It was artsy wise. It was nice.
Very nice. Yeah.
But outside of that, I didn't really take the time to understand because there was so much going on with him at the time, and I think that impacted for me. Excuse me, a lot about how I understood his artistry through the music and what he was doing. Like I didn't really understand a lot of the concepts he was doing with the videos because I really wasn't paying full attention. And again, there was so much going on in the media and so much confusion and coercion, for lack of a better word.
Absolutely.
It's like I don't understand what I'm really looking at here.
And honestly,
I don't know where it's coming from.
For people like you and I who like have a love for music, and especially like with different, like when you everyone perceives music differently, but honestly speaking, because we have, music is something that is very influential. It even goes into, it's even processed in your brain differently than other things is. So, and it's a big factor in your mood. So for me personally, I do think that looking at things like that, you gotta be careful what you're putting into your body. You have to be careful what you're listening to. You should. So, I mean, honestly, sometimes that type of stuff,
And for those who
does weigh in.
Spiritual, we do know that unfortunately Lucifer was the angel of music.
You want to know something? Can I talk about another thought that I had today? I'm sorry. I just have to tell y'all. Because we believe in God and stuff like that, and how people be saying thank the universe. Well, Satan is the prince of the air, so I will not be doing that. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm thinking about it too hard.
Anytime somebody say anything about the universe,
maybe I'm thinking about it entirely too hard, or it's not clicking in the right way. But that's how it comes off to me, because I'm just like, I've always known him to be the prince of the air. I ain't thinking in the air is part of the universe. Where are we at with this? Where are we with this?
You're not thanking God.
I just gotta thank God regularly.
Yeah, like the whole.
Yeah, sorry to take it off topic, but that was just something I had to say. But yeah,
we seen Jesus walks over here again, and anybody else who believes that there is a God and not just believing in the universe. Yeah, saying no shade, but that's where we at over here. So if all our Muslim brothers and sisters, Christians, Jews, all those who believe in God, God bless you. Okay. Shabbat Shalom. God bless you.
Tell them again.
Just saying.
Enoch.
You are fucking annoying.
That's the house I was in when I went to E9. I was at Enoch.
You are
Enoch.
fucking annoying. Nigga, like, these bitches just went from talking about God. She cussing right after
All
that.
types of blasphemy.
Lord knows my heart, okay? The Lord knows my heart. God bless you. Thank you. Y'all know me.
So, even within talking about Kanye, I think it's fair that we kind of shift gears in the conversation. Like how I started off was the aspect of the relationship he had with his mother.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw something online that dove right into his mental health, and it said that I believe that she loved him and spoke to him and supported him the way she did because she knew that her child had a complex. She knew that there was something going on. The music was something, and the music was something good, but his ego and maybe the way he processed things, like it might be something that we just don't know about him. And she saw that, and that's why she was, because even the way she really used to, like, she used to check him and check the shit out of him, but he used to be like on a calm shit.
Right, because he was never defensive with her.
Ever. She could totally disarm him with just simply being herself. And I feel like, you know, not everybody has that relationship with their parent. Not everybody has that kind of relationship, period. Like with anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Like some people are just so totally guarded. So it's just like to witness that, it was just like, damn, that's the only person on this earth. It's like not even your father. That's why I feel like maybe she really was his sanity.
Yeah.
So with that being said, high functioning depression is something that is very prevalent, especially in this day and age. I'm sorry, it just is. Not saying that it wasn't a thing of the past. Of course it was. Shit, like, what? Are you kidding?
I know they shit. Who even knows when they labeled
high functioning depression
when that became a term?
Yeah, but you know, I think that high functioning depression is something that is taken very lightly, and I think not a lot of people can identify it, nor do they know how to deal with it. Personally speaking, I think we've all been there some way somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you slipped off the deep end or not, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'm falling and I can't get up. Like I'm just stuck in a rut. Because you know, sometimes people slip into a depression, they just don't get out. Like for whatever reason, it takes them a very long time. So yeah. Yeah, I feel like he was high functioning. I do. Because at some point, he probably was, like, I feel like he was fighting her. The more they pushed back on him, the more he fought for what the fuck he felt like he deserved. Mm-hmm. And I know that took a lot of willpower. More than he could probably ever imagine he could ever emit in his life. So yeah.
I think even it was a moment where Cooley probably even mentioned it in the documentary. He said something to the nature of like he found himself kind of like thrown into work after his mom died, and he really didn't think that was good for him. Mm-hmm. Like when you want to sit there and process this, you just keep kind of throwing yourself into work. Mm-hmm. And for me, yeah, that was his high functioning depression moment, and because he didn't. Kanye didn't break immediately after his mom died.
No, he didn't.
It took some time, and I think that's what we saw. We saw him functioning high. He was depressed clearly because he lost his fucking mother. Mm-hmm. He functioned off high depression for so long. That's going to lead to a fucking mental breakdown. Mm-hmm. For anybody, I don't care who you are. Yeah, you have to. It has to be some balance in between.
Yeah, you might need to step away from life just to gather yourself, and I think because that's a heavy loss. You know what I'm saying? So I could see that. And then you got the weight of the world on your shoulders, and you got everybody looking at you. That probably
right.
Really did.
And that's one thing about being a celebrity or being famous or whatever. You don't have any privacy anymore.
Yeah, you don't.
And I used to talk shit about it before, but the way that Jay and Beyonce operate with their whole, when shit happened, they just shut the fuck up. Mm-hmm. That would be me too. Like I understand. Yeah, you gotta sign a non-disclosure even to party with me too. But you gotta sign one to come visit my house. Yeah. Because that's the only way that I'm gonna have any fucking peace. That everybody around me knows not to fucking play with me. And y'all put your life written in stone too.
Yeah.
But that's really what it's a shame that it got to come down to that. But that's really what it had to come down to because they are some of the very few people they living in that's living their life out got some of the most money in the music industry itself, and you don't know about.
You don't know about it.
You know what I mean? And I feel like that may be one of their ways of maybe managing or having that getting that balance between personal life and professional life because the two can blend so fast and it can very quickly lead to that high functioning depression. You only functioning highly because you got so much that you got to do.
Absolutely.
There's so many obligations and responsibilities that you have.
Yep. And you don't allow yourself to feel and process what you're feeling.
Nope.
You simply bury yourself in work, and it's crazy. And I just was watching something recently, and that's exactly what the character in the show said. Like, I buried myself in work. Like, losing a child probably is just as bad as losing your mother, if not worse, because you feel like you're supposed to outlive them. You know what I'm saying? So he was just like, and because of that, his marriage suffered. So he like, I just threw myself into work because honestly, if I'm at work, I don't got time to think about it. So I think that's a common response to something like that. And Kanye said to himself, like, basically, if she was here, she would tell me, go fuck that stage up. Like, go ahead. And we already know that's what type time Donda was on. She probably wouldn't have wanted him to not go perform. But that's traumatic. Do we know Kanye to have any siblings? Because I don't.
No. She was
the only one.
His only child. Now,
and that's what his son. That's what his name means. His father may have children.
Yeah, but he was Donda's only child.
And that's what his name means. The only one. So it's just like, ooh, wow, powerful. She knew her son before he knew himself. She knew her son before she knew him.
But biblically and spiritually speaking, when our parents choose our names. Typically, that is why they do know us before we know ourselves, and that is how they choose our names.
True.
Generally
speaking,
biblically and spiritually speaking, that's how our parents choose our names.
That's why I feel like people should take that more serious than they do. Honestly, but anyway, who am I? But so
my name means one who follows Christ.
Yeah, right. Christine or Christ-like. Yeah. Right.
So I'm like, even if I guess I didn't have any other choice. I guess I wouldn't have been able to be no other relation if I wanted to.
Yeah, well, my name fits me perfectly because in Latin it means dark and rich. Here I am.
I never knew that.
Ain't it crazy? I'm like, damn. My parents picked the most rank. My parents legit named me after some little girl they seen on Oprah. Real shit. I'm so serious. They just like the name, and honestly, that's how I got my name. They just like the name.
Not the name of Oprah.
They was watching Oprah and the little girl name was Adriana, and that's what they named me. Here I am.
And that's what started the A-Fan.
Yes. Child. Yeah.
Not Oprah started the A-Fan.
Child, yes, it was Oprah. Auntie Oprah.
Not Oprah.
I better meet her too.
You too hot for the people.
But yeah, so jumping right into the last portion of this, because we've been on this for a while, but it's such a good documentary. Yeah. You know, we could have did this whole pod about this shit. Honestly.
Yeah, we could have. And again, high functioning depression was a very key point
in that entire story. Yeah, because we're still watching it.
Exactly.
We're still
watching the story.
Watching the Kanye show. We're still watching Genius. We're still watching.
And I think a lot of it is either a facade to steer our attention away from something more serious, or just something to kind of add to the mix to make them some more money. Because why the fuck can boyfriend even got anything to say? First of all, celebrities need to start keeping screenshots to themselves.
That's my whole thing. But honestly, in this situation, it's a lot that happened. It's a lot that transpired. To me personally, Kanye stepped outside of himself and became an asshole.
He's naturally
to another level. Yeah, but you can't make a video with you chopping off somebody's head and think that somebody's not going to fucking say something.
Who did that?
He did that.
Oh, I didn't.
So that comment that he made about laying in bed with his wife came after Kanye had already made the video with him chopping off his head and all types of crazy weird shit in there. Yeah. So to me, it's just like we don't know. And again, we are just the general public. We do not know what's going on behind the scenes with these people. We have not been around. So it's just weird. It's like, are you feeding the media this shit so you can just be talked about and remain relevant because you realize that you're almost you're in your mid-40s at this point. Yay, we still love you. Make good music and leave it at that.
That's what it is. I really do think that, and I think it's like that for both of them.
Or are you
I think it's relevancy on more so on the Kardashian head.
Are you pulling yourself out of the sucking place now and realizing that, oh my God, I went into this situation, not even really being truly honest with myself. Although I might have loved this girl, me personally, she's still a businesswoman at the end of the day. We didn't discuss children. We didn't discuss the specifics about what those children will be doing, how they will be raised, any of that. That happens a lot. So now you're saying but you can't be surprised about things that she's doing when she lives a certain kind of life. Like, see, right. Her baby sisters were collecting checks off of a show that they didn't have nothing to do with. It was their older sisters. So it's just like, do you think that she's going to not give her daughter the same opportunity? Because don't even get me into her speaking out about getting off your ass and work, because that's a whole nother story. And that's something I actually do want to fucking discuss. She made a comment and people was talking about it for like a while, like a minute. It was like a 2-week period.
I be so far away from, like, every time they kind of pop up, I kind of just kind of turn the other way because it's so overwhelming.
It was what she was saying in the uproar from black women that drew my attention towards it, because it was just weird. It was just like, so what she was saying was, if I remember, because it's been a while, my memory serves me correct. Basically, like, get up off your ass and work. Like, nobody wants to work for anything. Excuse me, ma'am. Women, specifically, this message was specifically for women and women only. Get up off your ass and work is what she said.
Because in her world, doing deals is work.
You know, when you got the money to sit at the table and you don't even have to fight for you were born into those connections.
And in her head, that's what work is. I get up every day, I answer emails, I send responses to who I need to. I respond to who I need to respond to in order to make this happen. I click my finger and then this happens. In their world, that's work. They don't get up every day and clock in and clock out because they don't have 9 to 5. They're not musicians.
They don't
spend long nights at the studio.
They don't. That's
so
work
now
for them.
and they work in their world. That's their work.
No, that ain't work.
I gotta get up. That work to them is getting up and putting on a fucking face full of makeup and going on Instagram. Because somebody's paying y'all literally just to fucking take pictures. That's their work.
I understand, but when you talking about
that shit is easy. That shit ain't, when you talk about
real life from the ground up,
real work, right. That shit is not no fucking work. To a black woman, that shit ain't no fucking work. A black woman who comes from work, that shit not work. Like you said, she was born into that shit. You was born into the hard work that your fucking father invested.
Exactly.
He went to law school. He put the fucking work into that.
And your mom put your sex tape out. She worked and hustled your ass. You.
Again, and this ain't allegedly. We all know this. Okay? Just saying. This was information.
So the type of work that y'all be into ain't the type of work that we be into. That's just it. And honestly, when you already counted out from the beginning and you don't have the resources that you have, the level of work is pretty different. And let's be clear, some of the hardest workers make the least amount of money in this country.
No, not some.
It's a fact.
Same exact.
It's a fact
that one of the Kardashians do, and I'm not gonna generate the same income because that's not my name.
Absolutely. So there we have it. The dollar sign attached to the name already. The inheritance. That nigga did y'all a big ass favor. Y'all had a good life off his name. Y'all really did.
And forever will.
And
all your kids' last name is West.
Yep. And no, I'm talking about their father, the Kardashians. The father.
Oh yeah.
And make no mistake, Kim knew exactly what she was doing. She followed him. I'm finna, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I don't think she actually really. Let me shut up. Anyway, that's that.
You know, we talked about the power of freedom and speech. Before we say too much on camera, we just gonna shut the fuck up.
But let me leave y'all with this meme because we've been talking about this a lot.
This will be like our Jerry Springer final thought.
Final thought. So the only thing I can say, a lot of black women are dealing with what I'm dealing with. Black women are overworked and underpaid. Entrepreneur, corporate, 9 to 5, many of us don't understand the meaning of rest. We can't even live for today because we're thinking about next fucking year. She didn't put fucking, but I put fucking year. And it's a sense of overvigilance where we're living in a constant state of anxiety, depression, and exhaustion. We're not living because we're busy surviving in a system that's not built for us. And to be seriously honest, sis, I see you, I hear you, and I feel you. That is the epitome of our existence. Not saying that's only, but like it's the gist because it's just like we're all striving towards something every day. But our starting point and our marker in the race is way further back than that of a person who already has the status and the class and the access.
And dealing with all of those things can lead to high functioning depression.
And that's exactly what this post is about. This is like an influencer that I follow on Instagram, and she occasionally posts stuff like the intimate stuff like this. But this is like her exact thoughts, and when she posted it, I just thought like, wow, like that. I'm pretty sure a lot of people could relate to that. So we're definitely going to talk to y'all. Let us know in the comments how y'all feel about that, and if y'all identify with that, and what we can do to bring ourselves up out of that and uplift one another and make things better for us in these industries that we all take up space in. Let's start lifting each other up more. Like, stop with the microaggression, stop with the undermined hate, stop with the backstab and shit. And let's just lift each other up and do what we came here to do. Because there's room for all of us. Because I'm going to take up all the space I'm going to take up. And that's going to be on period. Exclamation point, motherfucking semicolon.
And you take up all the space that you deserve to take up as well. Because like you said, amongst that, there's room for all of us. Just like there's money out here for all of us, there's room for all of us. Period. As many babies being born every fucking year, you still don't see America overpopulated. As much as they try to say we are and things that you still don't see it. We're not to the point where we're packed so much that we feel like we're about to fall the fuck off the edge of the earth, Just saying.
Remember being little and thinking that was actually a real thing? I did.
They tried to tell me that for a minute, and then I went to social studies and I was like, y'all lying. The globe is round.
Falling off.
Like, why would you? But I'm like, the water. I believed it for maybe like one summer. You know why? Because when you go to the beach and you stand there and you look out to the edge of the water, you can't see it, and it looks flat.
Kind of, sort of, but then you see it. If you really look at it, you can see it like it really does have a bend to it.
Yeah.
Kind of, sort of. You're like, oh,
like a waterfall.
Yeah, like when you really looking like, oh shit, like.
And then you start to see boats coming towards you. Oh, that is Titanic.
I can't stand you.
I won't let go, Jack.
Who we got for the boss of the week? It's somebody important. I feel like it's somebody real important.
It is. Oh, you found this one. Hold on.
Yes, it was me. It was me. It was me.
It's me. I'm the one standing under that prayer. Sorry. That was the song that came to my head. We have dun 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 dun. God damn. I think I lost it.
Oh shit. What was her name? Doso?
Yeah, I'm trying to find the right link. Give me 1 second.
It's okay. I thought I included it.
We have a lot of shit right here. We go. Found it.
Yeah, there it is.
It's a lot of shit on here that we got lined up for y'all and already together. So this week's boss of the week is Doso Beauty. Doso is spelled Dosso Beauty. It's all one word. That is their Instagram name. Doso Beauty has an organic beauty supplier and wholesaler. They are the home of the #1 hypoallergenic braiding hair. They have a text line so you can join to be one of their members, and they have a line where you can call. They have ongoing deals that are happening all of the time, so you guys can check them out. So girls, y'all know how we be getting these braids. Summertime is coming up. It's that season.
Yes, and I'm gonna give you some
knowledge. Y'all know all braiding hair don't go for everybody. I hear be itching and shit because we used to get that African pride spray up in our shit when it started itching.
Listen,
just saying.
I really honestly feel like I really am allergic to a lot of braiding hair though, because I be itching.
It itches too bad.
So fucking bad. Like, no, literally the last time I had my hair braided, when I first got it, was itching straight like crazy for like the first full 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I was like, oh my God, like it has to be this hair. Like, I don't know what's going on. I just didn't like that hair in general. because it was kind of different. But anyway, I like the color, but just not the hair. Like all braiding hair is not created equally, and that's why we putting y'all on Doso. We need some shit that's not gonna irritate our skin, irritate our scalp. We gonna look good and feel good because it's knotless season. It's coming back up, baby. I'm gonna get me another set.
And I need me a couple of nice ports because we about to prepare a vacation. I'm gonna need me some Mercedes. Well, I already know what length of braids and what color I'm getting, but I need a little part design. So, hypoallergenic, number 1, organic beauty supplier and wholesaler. So that means salons, hairstylists, not just individual people. You all guys can hit up Doso Beauty. And again, that's DOSSO Beauty. All one word, no underscores. That is their Instagram page. Check them out, and yes, they are Black owned.
Yes, they are. Tell them, say it.
And again, thank y'all. First of all, y'all see Chop over here with her braids and she's braided down. This is the natural crown braided down.
You better say it. She's the natural crown braided down.
I'm just saying, it's the natural crown braided down. Yes. But y'all see it, okay? So if y'all want to get some feed-ins,
yes,
some add-ons,
yes, okay,
some extensions,
okay,
hit up Doso, okay? So Doso, shout out to you. Good job on what you're doing. You know the girls need this, honey.
Yes, we do.
So thank you so much for being our boss of the week and doing your thing.
Yes. So that's all we got for y'all. It's April. We here. Spring is here.
It's April and Anna's birthday in May, and she don't know what she's doing yet. Okay. So if y'all want to give her some ideas, I think we went through this. Did we go through this last year with her? Like, this is always the friend who never fucking. I thought I never knew what I wanted to do for my birthday. I typically equate to doing nothing, but this one never know what she wants to do, ever. And then her birthday comes, and she be like, "Well, I don't know. I just want to see everybody." Bitch.
That's it. It be too
Figure
much.
it out.
It be too much. Like, this is the first time niggas gonna be
Well, you
outside.
gonna be 43, so figure it out.
First of all, I'm not gonna be no fucking 43. I'm gonna be 33. So, yeah, that's that. I guess we'll see what the fuck I do or not. Maybe not. Maybe I'll tell y'all a little story. Hopefully we got some good memories. I know for a fact over the next couple of months we got some good ass content for y'all. And I can only imagine the things that we have planned to do together and separately will only bring us more and more content. Jesus Christmas. Anyhow, I am Sunkissed Chuck.
And I'm Miss Loman.
And together we are To Each His Own. And bye.
Don't forget to follow us, y'all. Like, tell your friends, tell your aunties, tell your godmoms, your cousins, and them. We're going to need some tribe members, and we do be wanting to meet up with y'all, because outside is open to back up.
Listen, Center City Sips going to have us lit.
Bitch, they bringing it back.
Stay tuned. Oh, yes. I cannot wait.
So, listen, y'all going to see me on Wednesdays. They going to keep it on Wednesdays.
I don't know. We about to get into it, though. We going to figure it out.
Yes,
it should be. We'll holler.
Bye. Bitch, I can't wait for Center City Sis to come to fuck big.
Me neither.
Bitch, right here, you posted